Coming to you live from Seneca Contaminolis' new house with his girlfriend. I've got my friend here, Steve,
How you doing?
with the backwards titleist hat.
Actually forwards.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna call the games this week. Sucks Balls at Rum. I think Sucks Balls still goes down. They're 1-4. They're on a 2-game losing streak. I think they go down again. What do you think, Steve? I think Red Rum pulls it off again this week.
I enjoy watching KB go down. I believe KB loses by at least 30.
Okay, by at least 30. Wow,
By at least 30.
Big prediction.
Bold prediction. I'll take the next game since it is your game, Danny.
Take it.
Quad 8 versus Kingsman. Kingsman seems to be on a roll. They stomped me 2 weeks ago. They look to be the real deal on top of the Big Four. Quad 8 with some injuries, some buys. You know, Danny said to me earlier that he doesn't believe his team has what it takes to win this week.
Not this week.
We're going to go with Kingsman.
Yeah. We're going 3 wide this week, and my third wide receiver is Kelly Washington. You probably not have heard of him, but he plays for the Ravens. All right, we're going to go victory back at Crunkus. Crunkus, what happened to this guy? This guy was the man of the RFL, but I see Steve rolling on this guy. Steve's on a 2-game losing streak. Steve gets back on track this week against the Crunkus. The Crunkus is really hurting right now. They could be the Lions of this year, but you never know. Let's go to Sparkle and the All-Stars. This is the matchup, I think, of the week because these two teams, these owners hate each other.
They do.
They don't like each other.
Who likes P, though?
Well, I mean, he's an alright guy. But, I mean, last year with Anoyo, Sparkle putting up Anoyo, it's a tough game, but I'm going to call Sparkle wins this game, I think, big against... These are two teams that put up a lot of points, but I call Sparkle big.
I agree with you. I think Sparkle comes back after their loss last week, and they right the ship and they go 5-1 and take the reins of the SEC.
I agree with you. Let's go with Wizenators and City All-Stars. The Wizenators falling from grace. They had Tom Brady. What happened to you? He's your franchise. What happened? City All-Stars, not a good franchise owner ever. Hey, I can't say anything. I have the worst losing streak ever, or the worst losing percentage. I'm going to call this one. City All-Stars wins this week.
I like it.
I think City All-Stars gets back on track. They get a win. They get rolling. We'll see what happens there.
I think City All-Stars wins. I think the Wizenators spent a high draft pick on a tight end that's not producing.
Well, Fasano, but Fasano had a touchdown last week.
Oh, did he?
He had a touchdown last week. So he's averaging probably 1.37 points per week. Let's go to 3-1-5 Sun versus Please Believe It. This is the dumpster game of the week. Dumpster game
of the week.
Does Please Believe It get on track? They got a win last week.
They beat me.
They beat you? I'm going to go 3-1-5 Sun.
3-1-5 Sun.
They're on a 1-game winning streak. They're going to pull it up. With P going down this week, this is going to be a 2-way tie for second place in the Big Four. We're going to go Kigs and Crunk versus Spiffies. What happened to the champion? What happened to the champion?
I'm just happy.
He's on a 2-game winning streak.
He's on a 2-game winning streak.
2-game winning streak?
Can't talk much. He does have the same record as me. I just believe his team was one-year wonders. He comes back to earth again this week and loses his Spiffies.
Falling from grace. I think the Spiffies take down the Kings of Crunk easily. Let's go to...
All right.
Let's go to G-Unit and Hellyman.
G-Unit and Hellyman. I'm going to make this my stone cold lead pipe lock.
Lock it.
Lock and load.
What do you got?
I like the Hellymen pulling out G-Unit.
You know what?
G-Unit.
You know what, Steve? I think that's a great pick. I think the Bomb Squad cannot keep the 5-game winning streak. I think they got to fall from grace sometime, like we talked about in the last game. But I think the Hellymen will pull up an upset here.
I don't like AP versus Baltimore's D.
That's a tough matchup for them.
Baltimore and Ray Lewis, he might actually stab someone if he's.
Here's the problem with G-Unit. Baltimore comes off of a hard loss against Cincinnati, and they've got to go up against AP and Brett Favre. I think they're going to show up to play in the Dome in Minnesota, and I think Grant loses one this week. It's not going to kill his season. But I think he loses one this week.
I think Baltimore waxes Minnesota. Calvin Johnson doesn't play because he's hurt. And AP gets an abysmal 4 to 5 points. And G-Unit starts to spiral down. I think this is the week that it turns.
Okay. Let's talk about some other things. Do you think Wade Phillips returns next year?
I would like to kill that man. I think he's awful. Wade Phillips is bad.
Who would you like?
I think John Gruden and Chucky's going to be the fit for Dallas.
John Gruden.
John Gruden will be the fit. I think Cowher goes to Washington. Some
Oof.
bold predictions for the NFL. You'll see Dallas regain its dominance next year. But if you remember 3 years ago, New York was in the same situation and came back to win the Super Bowl, and Dallas it's a long season.
Yeah.
So I got to still stick with my Cowboys. But,
Here's the question. Does Dallas make the playoffs this year? Does Dallas make the playoffs this
the
year?
fan in me says they get in on the 6th spot.
They get in on the 6th spot.
They get the last wild card, I believe. There's too much talent on that team to be held down. Felix gets healthy. Roy Williams gets healthy. Tony starts playing like a quarterback. And, our defense is a lot better than it's been showing. So,
Okay.
I think we get healthy.
Let's go with a couple picks. We got Minnesota, Baltimore. The spread is 3.
Baltimore rolls.
Baltimore rolls.
Baltimore rolls.
Nice.
Brett Favre may get hurt.
All right, let's go with the Monday night game. We'll jump ahead. Denver at San Diego. Who do you got?
San Diego, LT, big game. Turns on large, shows everybody that he's got one great fantasy season left in him, and leads me to a
that old secondary for the Denver Broncos gets destroyed this week.
I don't know if it's secondary. I think Denver shows his true colors. They should have lost to Dallas 2 weeks ago. Dallas gave that one to him, so I think Denver shows his true colors, and San Diego regains some momentum.
Okay, let's go with the barn burner. Kansas City at Washington. The spread is 6.
I got Washington to lose by 40.
Washington to lose by 40.
Washington to lose by 40.
This is what you got to do. You put your money on Kansas City. So if you're a Redskins fan, which I'm not,
good.
You put your money on Kansas City. You take the 6. If Washington wins, fine. You lose your money. If Washington loses, but Kansas City covers, you win your money. Or if Kansas City just blows them out, you win your money. I think Kansas City will cover in this. They might not win, but I think them getting 6 will cover.
Let's talk about the football games tonight, the college games. We got Tech versus Tech.
See, this
a lot of people will say that Georgia Tech will beat Virginia Tech. I think Virginia Tech goes down to Atlanta and they show them who's the best in the ACC.
See, this is my thing. I think the offense for Virginia Tech is very conservative. The defense has not shown up. They've shown up in the past 2 weeks, but I think they go into a hostile environment. They come down to Atlanta, and they've got the spread offense down in Georgia Tech. I think it's going to be too much for Bud Foster.
Ooh.
I think
prediction.
I think Georgia Tech will win this game tonight.
Okay. The more important game in the game everybody's concerned about.
Okay, let's go to baseball.
Yankees, Angels.
Okay,
we got A.J. Burnett on the mound.
Mm-hmm.
We got Joe Sanders, who's a Tech alumni, first-round pick. It's going to be a big game, cold in New York, 7:55 tonight. New York just won last night. What's going to happen, Danny? What's going to happen?
Look, I'm not a big A.J. Burnett fan. Okay?
What?
But
That's dirty.
But I think the Yankees are meant to make the championship series this year. I think the Yankees are made to make the World Series this year. I think they're going to roll. I don't know if they win tonight. I don't like A.J. Burnett, but I think the Angels are the best matchup for them. But I'm calling the Angels win tonight.
Angels win. A Yankee fan.
Angels win tonight.
I think A-Rod stays on his tear.
He's in a tear.
Burnett pitches a gem.
Okay.
New York loses game 4. Loses game 3, the first game in Anaheim. Wins the next 2. We don't come back to New York.
What do you think about that 3-man rotation?
I love it.
That's pretty nice. That's pretty money.
Why wouldn't you do it? Well, guys, we've been on here for about 9 minutes talking about everything. We're going to go get trashed.
Yeah.
So, we're filling in for Timmy.
Timmy, we love you.
Unfortunate news. We hope everything, gets better. We'll talk to everybody soon and have a wonderful night.
All right.